What does perfect even mean?
There are many weapons in Warframe that are considered to be extremely good. When I say extremely good, I refer to those weapons that can be brought to endgame levels like endurance runs, and one of them is the Sicarus Prime. Question now is, how did the Sicarus Prime become endgame worthy? For a mastery rank 14 pistol, it has a really good base critical stats, paired with a really decent status chance. It has a really fast fire rate due to the fact that it uses burst fire shots, a very high accuracy for a secondary weapon, and best part is, it has a very little recoil for a burst fire weapon. Now, the physical damage distribution is near equal, which is effective against sentient and shadow stalker enemies. This is good, but it can be a downside also, as you will probably be proccing those elements that you don't need. Now, let's be honest here, even with those almost all great stats, still, we can't say that Sicarus Prime is endgame worthy due to 1, the total damage is too low to give us those kills per seconds we need. In addition, since it's not a take them all out weapon like the Pox, you will probably spend some time taking out one enemy before you can kill the rest of the gang. If we take these to account, we can say that Sicarus Prime may be as sexy as hell, and as good in paper, but probably, it will not perform that well in endurance runs or high-end level missions. So this was the build I was using against those level 125 corrupted heavy gunners. I choose to have a hybrid build of critical and status chance, as I find it optimal for the Sicarus Prime. Now this is actually a good build, and can do low to mid-level missions, and in fact, you will have no problem taking down star chart level enemies. However, due to its slow damage output against level 100 plus enemies, it's not that good in endurance runs and as well as sortie level missions. But wait, don't be discouraged about the Sicarus Prime. Remember that this video is all about making Sicarus Prime endgame worthy, and the things you'll see and hear next are probably the solution to making this pistol endgame viable. The good thing about Sicarus is it has a competent driven disposition. 5 circle means we can achieve 300 to 400% stats for this weapon, and yes, Rivens does make Sicarus Prime endgame worthy, especially if you have a godly Riven like these. By the way, thanks to 2 members of the squad for letting me borrow these Sicarus Rivens. So anyway, we all know that almost all weapons in the game will be good when it has a decent Riven, but, like I've said earlier, what separates Sicarus Rivens from others is that it has a 5-circle Riven disposition. When we equip this Riven with over 400% damage and 200% multi-shot, taking down level 125 corrupted heavy gunners is much faster. Now, I don't find the positive recoil that bothersome for this weapon. I don't know when it reaches plus 100% or more, but 64% is manageable, and in fact, you can still headshot enemies with this. Also, with critical chance and critical damage on your Riven, still, Sicarus Prime proves to be a beast. Since this pistol has a really high critical stats, it gets even higher with this Riven, and, like the Riven with damage and multi-shot, it can take out these level 125 corrupted heavy gunners faster than a normally modded Sicarus Prime. As you can see, I'm pulling off orange criticals with this 200+% critical chance Riven. However, I'm pretty sure that 300+% will give me a steady flow of orange crits. Nonetheless, it's a pretty solid Riven in my opinion. But if you really love this weapon, and want to exclusively use it in endgame levels, then I suggest that you go with a viral build, get a Riven, and use it with those Warframes that can strip armors. One of them is Oberon. We all know that enemies that has no armor in this game are just target practice, and as you can see in the video, these enemies just melt against Sicarus Prime. But, if there's one Warframe that is really efficient in stripping enemy armors, then that would be Ashe. With a 145% power strength on my Ashe, paired with the Seeking Shuriken Augment, I can easily take their armors off, and one-shot them with my Sicarus Prime, with those godly Rivens equipped of course. By the way, here's how I mod my Sicarus Prime with a viral build. Having those 2 Rivens, I just add MAME on the mix so that slash damage would be higher, which will make it proc more often than the other physical damage, and I just add Pestilence and Frostbite to form that viral element. Same goes with the damage and multi-shot Riven. However, I know that Riven rolls are based on RNG, and you might have a different Riven roll for your Sicarus Prime, but when rolling a Sicarus Riven, I advise you to have either damage plus critical chance, or you can go with critical chance and critical damage, or go with damage and multi-shot, or even a mix of these stats. Status chance is also good for Sicarus Riven, especially with a viral build, as it let those slash proc more often. Overall, Sicarus Prime is a good weapon, and becomes endgame worthy with a good Riven. I do hope that you enjoy watching this video, and learn a thing or two about Sicarus Prime, what are the good Riven stats for this pistol, and how to make it endgame worthy. Please leave a like and subscribe to our channel if you want to see more Warframe videos from us. Thank you so much for watching. Squad Leader signing off.
Perfect settings.